One thing you just said again before I applauded, because that was really all we need to hear. The ways, and this is really key, the ways we go about attempting to get there get in the way of it. It was like when I first learned about jhana practice.
Yes.
The way to get a jhana is to not want one.
Right,
the wanting of it, you have to let go of the wanting to have the experience.
Yeah.
And so there is you've used the word surrender.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have a reaction to the word surrender depending on your life experience. I always, you could say accept. I remember when I first started trying to find words for experience, I went, oh, it's just about having no resistance, or something. And they would say, just stop having resistance.
That's
and it was like, oh, okay, I'll try and do that at 3. But you just went through all the different ways or methods or strategies that people use, and I want you to just go into that a little bit more about how those aren't helpful, and you did just describe it, but maybe other ways of saying, other ways of putting breadcrumbs here to bring people to this, what you've come up with, going, hey, I've gone there, I've gone back.
Yeah. I mean, the particular approach that I use is kind of an inquiry approach or a looking approach, and what it uses is it finds awareness directly that unhooks or steps out of. So the metaphor is almost like we're living in a cloud of our mind and emotions, or mind-body emotions, and we're trying through effort, will, positive thinking, attentional strategies, psychological cleaning up, all these things of the relative world to try to find awakening or awakeness or awake awareness, but those things can't know them. So it's like the eye can't hear, the ear can't see, attention can't know awareness. So
attention can't know awareness. See, this is the thing that I think a lot of us need to hear. I know I work with people, and I see this, and I thought, the very tool they're using to get something is what's getting in the way.
That's right.
And you're putting this in a so keep going.
and to say that traditionally that's fine, that attention can be a way to calm the relative mind, or the chattering mind, so that the awake awareness, which is already here, will come forth. But as long as you know that you have to let go of the raft once you reach the shore, that's fine.
I love. That's a great analogy.
I have no problem with that.
Because I learned that in the jhana practice. You can say, okay, I'm going to do this, and then I have to let go.
Then you have to let go. Yeah. Because it's getting you to a place. Otherwise, the metaphor is like you're doing push-ups to strengthen yourself, but the real goal is to walk up the mountain.
Right.
So you're using attention, but attention won't help you when you get to, once you've surrendered, you've actually surrendered from attention.
Yeah.
You've surrendered from the Dharma talks, from all the eight of this and 4 of that, and all the learning of the lists and the understanding, any intellectual understanding. You literally have to step out of that into what it is, into this non-conceptual knowing, this wisdom, awareness-based identity that is aware. First you're aware of it, which is called recognition, and then you're aware as it. You realize, am I aware of this spacious awareness, or am I aware from the spacious awareness? Is the spacious awareness aware of thoughts, feelings, and sensations formerly known as me, or the center of me?
Right.
So the unique thing that's not on the map of Western consciousness is this nature of mind, or awareness-based knowing, awareness-based identity, because we're so much about I think, therefore I am, and it has defined us, and we've
limited us.
I mean, it's amazing. We honor thought and all the amazing capacities that it has, and this is not about dumbing down or anti-intellectualism.
Right.
This is about upgrading the whole system to wisdom mind, which is awareness based. So that becomes the curious thing. What do you mean? Okay, wisdom, okay, we get it like a sense of it, but no. Awareness based knowing, awareness based identity. Awareness embodied, open-hearted, awareness based identity, from which you're operating from heart mind rather than head mind. So you're living at home in your heart and using Wi-Fi to the files in your brain. In the office. I had to do it.
Sorry. I know. No, it's great with our audience. It's like we all go, can we get Wi-Fi here? You have Wi-Fi all the time.
Wi-Fi, if you live at home in your heart. Otherwise, most of us live in our office of our head. And we're trying...
We don't have Wi-Fi down, we have Wi-Fi up.
That's right.
I guess so directional Wi-Fi.
Or we have we're cut off from the Wi-Fi of our emotions because our little mini-me, the little thought-based identity can't bear an emotional life. So we have to repress and defend and contract, and we get either repress too much, we go into depression, or too much strategizing, we go into anxiety. So that little, as soon as awareness unhooks from that cloud and from that center of thought-based identity and steps into, first just out of into absence, which in Zen they say don't know mind or not knowing, but then the key is discovering the not knowing that knows.
There, are you writing that down?
So there's an awareness that is alert. It's called empty clarity, or emptiness that is knowing, Rigpa, or in
alert, awake,
Buddha
present.
nature, Turiya Tita. It's called in Hinduism. Tao is the universal mind or consciousness, but it literally is. That all sounds like big words and stuff, but I'm like, as you say, American New Yorkers like, yeah, but check it out.
Boo.
You call it whatever you want to call it, but I'll show you how to get there, and you tell me what the territory's like.
Right.
And then, as you said, 80% of people off the street can get this in an hour and a half.
Yeah. Or even more than
quicker,
an hour and a half. I mean, each exercise kind of takes you directly. So let's give me an example. Let's just have an example of one of these exercises. One of them ones where you use something physical.
Okay.
Not the thought ones.
Okay. All right. So here's So one simple way of getting this feeling of shifting your awareness out of the identification with your mind, which creates this little self-looping identity, is to have awareness. Just again, I'm talking to you, the awareness. I'm talking to you, the awareness, and the awake awareness. So if you think, well, how am I going to unhook awareness from thought? I've never done that. I don't know if I can do that. And that is correct. You cannot do it. But awareness can do it. So you just have to be, sometimes I call it the Columbo approach. It's like...
The Columbo approach?
Yeah, so like, oh, by the way, before I leave, I just unhook awareness and have it drop.
Oh, by the way, as an aside.
As an aside, just without thinking
do that,
about it.
and
then you'll be awake, so we'll see you next time.
But I'm fun.
Because you can't really think about it. You just have to do it almost like, like beginner's mind too. Beginner's
it's
mind.
like
It is beginner's mind.
okay.
Yeah, just have beginner's mind, open heart, beginner's mind.
Yeah.
So just simply have awareness, which is identified or attached to thought. Simply unhook and step back, and then see what it feels like if awareness, which is the center of knowing, drops and knows your smile from within your smile, knows your jaw from within your jaw, without looking up to thought and without stretching or looking down from thought, have awareness that knows directly drop into your throat. Know your throat from within. And then feel awareness drop below your neck. And feel your upper torso or come into your heart space. And you can smile and breathe. And just feel what it's like to directly perceive your body from within without orienting to thought and without going to sleep. Just feel this direct, awareness-based, embodied, open-hearted, non-thought-based knowing, which is kind of alert. It's aware of space, it's aware of aliveness, and it's aware of awareness, which is aware by itself. Just feel that relief and notice this new, non-conceptual, embodied way of shifting into another dimension of your consciousness. See what's absent that was there, and then see the qualities of presence that start to kind of shimmer. What do you notice?
What I love, and one thing I love about that is the not checking up.
Mm-hmm.
You say looking up?
You're not looking up.
I'm not looking up, and I'm not
looking
down here
from.
going, oh look that's
that.
happening there. I'm not this witness watching this, which is
and you're not stretching.
what we do a lot, like,
Yeah.
okay, I feel my knee, and now I'm
from here.
labeling here, but it's you literally talk about being there.
Yeah.
And for me that's like juicy. I mean, it's like, oh, it's nice. It's full, it's nice, it's warm, there's love, and the not looking up, looking down is free, because you realize it's kind of like the Wizard of Oz is behind there trying to move all the gears to make that thing work, and it's like he's not there anymore. And so you can just allow it to be something without all the stuff there, and that's nice.
Yeah.
And then take us out.
Yeah.
Take us out.
So then, interestingly, there's a bunch of different ways, kind of like you talk. I'm like you. I'm aware of different learning types. So some people are kinesthetic, some people are emotional, some people are more mental, some people are visual, some people are auditory. So I use different doors for. And some people were like, "Oh, that one was really good, and that one didn't work so well." But by the time we do short little,
everyone does everything. Something's
starting to happen, and they get to the same place. And then, interestingly, they use their own words to describe it, and they don't need to use the vocabulary that I'm starting with as a.
And
hypothesis.
your teaching style does that a lot. In fact, someone last night, we went to dinner and someone was commenting on how your teaching style. Oh, bye.
Yeah, just wait 1 hour and you just start drinking water.
Oh, thank you. 1 hour.
Thank you.
All right. You have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. Bye.
Hopefully the sun will come back, yeah?
Well, it will at some point.
I like rain.
You like it? Yeah, good. Me too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Bye.
Okay.
Someone was we just had water fixed. We have water now. These are people, before it was people with no water, now these are people with water. And this will all be cut, so we don't care. I love it. See, we have outtakes. So we could always say, we'll have a little outtake reel. But your style, you just spoke about how people use their own words. And I like that. It's like if you guide someone to experience
Right.
and then have them describe what it
That's
was. And I do that. I work with actors
Right.
and I teach directors to work with actors.
Yeah.
And I say, you're going to say words to the actor. They're going to do something. Then at the end, don't assume that your words are what got them to do it, because in their head,
Yeah.
they either translated your words or the experience went in a different way.
Right.
So always ask them, what were your words for that? And if you want the actor to do it
Right.
again, give them back their words.
That's right.
And they'll remember it. So
Yeah.
it's like and that's the style of his teaching. He'll kind of guide you to an experience. And then literally, rather than talking about it, he has everyone go around the room and report their words. And
Yeah.
what's nice always about that is, one, as a student, you get to hear
Right.
what everyone else is doing. Not that I'll have some of that or
Right,
what he is,
right.
but it helps open your idea to other things it can be, or maybe
Right.
it was words you hadn't thought to describe of
Right.
your own experience. As the teacher sitting there, I was going, way to go, you know, like, you hear that? You hear all that stuff? That is so good.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Yeah, 'cause
there's
you-
popcorn happening in
Yeah.
this room, you know. And throughout the workshop, you'd hear someone at the beginning going, awareness, what? You know,
Yeah.
you'd hear them at the beginning, and at the end, there were a couple people at the end going, oh, and you get these ahas. And,
Yeah.
you know, as a teacher, I
Yeah.
was, you know, high-fiving him and going, that is so cool. Because that's your, you know, as a
Yeah.
teacher, the moody type, you get this, like, joy
Yes.
at that, because you know they walked out the door with something that's
Yeah.
going to shift their life in a good way.
Yeah. And they're giving them tools to be able to do it themselves.
Yeah.
So there's like, you know, these short practices, and you know, I've written this book about it.
Oh yeah, your
Yeah.
book. We almost forgot.
Yeah.
There's a book. You want a book on this? There's a book on this. What's your book
There's a
called?
book on this
Shift
called
into.
Shift into Freedom: The Science and Practice of Open-Hearted Awareness.
All right, got that.
So
Shift
that's-
into freedom,
And then currently there's an audio.
and it's a very perfect title for what this is too.
Yeah.
It is exactly a shift into freedom.
Yeah.
And there's an audio.
Yeah, and the audio currently is the audio of the practices, not the audio of the book.
Oh, you
So
didn't want to
basically-
sit there for 12 hours and read your book?
I ended up doing that, and that will come out.
Oh, okay.
But
I always like to hear the
Yeah.
teacher, like I want to hear Pema Chodron read her book.
Yes.
You know, I want to
Yeah.
hear the word. I don't want the actor they hired.
that's right.
I want to hear you
Yes.
describe it, because you also get that kind of the energy of how it comes in.
Yeah.
So when you
So-
say it's the audio of just
Yeah.
the practices.
So the audio of the practices is, you know, kind of the teaching style is, you know, like the teacher. It's like I'm introducing the students to their own inner teacher.
Right.
You know, and when I'm showing or pointing them to look within, it's not look up here, but look back within you. And then once you discover this non-conceptual awareness, by being able to speak from there, it's really not even about the words. It's about speaking from non-conceptual heart-mind, so that you start to rewire functioning and living from this new way of knowing and being, so that you can start to make it a normal thing. And then in the middle of your life, you can start to just walk down the street, go to work, have relationships, hang out, have fun. And from a continuous awakening, you know, losing it. And part of the small glimpses is, of course, initially, you're going to recognize, realize, and lose it. And then the practice is re-recognize. So training to re-recognize and return and remain, and then speak and walk and talk from there, and then lose it, and then no big surprise, just re-recognize. And then again, and the training can be done with these small glimpses in the midst of your day.